Hi everybody, Jo here again. How are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Now today I thought I'd come in with something a little bit different and I'm going to have a play with these. Now for those of you that have made your fabulous Lavinia baubles, you'll recognise these. And these are the bauble inserts, look. And you can get them in packets, you can get them in sets, lots of different designs. Do look them out and they're ready made for you. Sorry about the glare, it's just with it being on acetate. But what I thought I'd do is have a look at how we can actually create a card design. So what I've done is I've bought this pack here and we've got two lovely inserts. Now I've already made this design into a card, which I will show you, and then we'll have fun creating with this one. So just because obviously it's that time of year, I made a Christmas design with this, but I like to show you sort of a Christmas and a non-Christmas, because I know at the minute some of you are heavily into making your Christmas designs, some of you aren't. And that's fine. We really try to listen and help with lots of different, ideas and things. So here's my Christmas one. And what I've done is I've just added a little bit of decoupage at the top for the top of my bauble and that's the holly stamp. And I've stamped it in black and cut it out. And I've added Stickles Glitter Glue on top. So that's my Christmas version. And I have to say, for Christmas cards, very quick. So just giving you the heads up, if you need some quick Christmas cards, have some of these in your little arsenal ready. So in this pack, as I say, there are two. So I've got my other one. And I'm going to start off, I'm just going to get myself some copy paper to lean on. And it has a front and a back, and if you look you can almost see it's darker. You probably can't pick this up. It's darker on one side and almost fainter on the back, and it's obvious it is the back. And I'm going to start and work on the back, and I'm going to use my Posca pens, and I have to say I've had great fun doing this. Now one of my Posca pens, that's okay, give it a bit of a pump and it works. One of it's sort of on its last legs, but I'm reluctant to throw it out until it definitely stops. Now the good thing about colouring these on the back, look, that you can colour over the black and it will still show through. So on the lamp I've gone right across, look, right across that middle bit. So we're just going to get some colour down. And I've gone for this lovely blue. And this is great because, you know what, I like a bit of fancy colouring, cheats colouring, you know me. So I'm going straight across and we're going to cut this out. So I'm going to have some blue around the edges here. And then I'm going to come in with a greeny colour. Now, this is great. Just get your Poscas out and have a look at what colours you've got. Now, before now, we've used our alcohol inks on the back, and that's great, but because we've already done that, I wanted to come in and just show you a different way, because I just feel it's no good if we just keep showing you the same things and the same products. So I'm just going to come in now with this. This is a lovely aqua green, and I thought it sort of goes between the green and the blue. And yes, I know I'm being a bit of a scribbly, but you know what? If you can scribble, why not if you can get away with it? And I'm just filling this space in. And remember, this is the back. And it doesn't matter if the colours mix, look, because it's clean the nib. But what I'm going to do now is get my clear Wink of Stella. Now, remember, and I'm just going to blend this. So remember, your Posca is permanent when dry. So remember all the backgrounds we've done where we've spritzed it with water and moved it. Same sort of thing. You could use a water brush, just move it around and mix it. I just like using my clear Wink of Stella because it adds a little bit of that Wink of Stella-ness, if there is such a word. And it just means for me, I can sort of fuzzy this background look and mix the colours up a bit more. Now again, I will get the ink on the nib and I'll just clean it on my copy paper, look, and it goes back clear. And then lastly, I'm just going to add some of the Posca Splats in the gold, this lovely sort of sparkly yellow, just around, and I'm going to leave that to dry. Now I'll turn it over so you can see, look, and I think that's fabulous. Now I have got one, look, that I coloured earlier, and I nearly put that down. I need to put it that way up, don't I? So just because you know what I'm like, I'm going to file this over there, because if I put it down when the back's wet. Now this one I did a quarter of an hour ago, and it's just, look, slightly tacky, a little bit, not quite dry. Now I don't like speeding things up to dry if I can help it, so I would leave that. I'm going to carry on and use this, but so maybe wait about half an hour, but have a go with your own and time it. I think it depends on how much colour you add, but we're probably talking about half an hour in my opinion. So what we can do is, while that's drying, now these I'm putting on a 6x6 card blank. So I've got a piece of multifarious card here, and you can either use a 5 or a 5.5. And she says that because I can't remember what mine was. It's a 5, so this is a 5-inch square. And for the top, I'm going to use one of my Christmas charms, just because I love the sort of hanging chain here. And we'll use the Nocturne, the black, VersaFine Claire. And what's lovely is you can look round your stamps and just see what you've got that fits the bill. I mean, you could hand draw a chain, but I love the fact if we've got a stamp that does it for me. And all I'm doing off camera, sorry, is I'm just wiping this with my Inky Binky. And I'm thinking I could do it this way. I want it in the middle. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's about in the middle? And I've just missed that fraction at the top, look, so we'll just go over that. So I'm actually going to pop it here. So I'll add my sentiment at the base as well before we start. And I've gone for my Heartfelt Verses. And I'm thinking birthday wishes, this would make a lovely birthday card. And it's always handy, isn't it, to have some birthday cards. Don't know about you, but I always need those emergency birthday cards. Right, so we'll pop that about there. Lovely. And then on to our, now because this is slightly wet, I'm just going to pop it down here, just to add a few little finishing touches. But before I do, I know you're going to wonder, how am I going to stick this on my work? You see, it is still a little bit wet. And the way I find best is to use some red liner tape, which for me, the hardest bit is finding the beginning or the end. And what I found is if I put the red liner tape where I've got the printed image, it won't show through. Because that's one thing with acetate, you do have to watch that it doesn't show. But I'm just going to add another little bit at the top here. And then I'm going to pop this on my card now, just before I add any little finishing touches. But again, you know, when I said the hardest bit was, well, the other hard bit is peeling the back off. I don't know about you, but right, I know you're all going to watch and you're going to be saying, oh, we've got a really good tip for doing that. So if you have, do let me know, please. I tend to use the corner of my scissors. And you know what? Sometimes it peels off beautiful and quick. Other times it can take forever. And then I can't get it off my hands. I don't know if you're the same. It gets stuck behind my hand, behind my fingers. So talk amongst yourselves. Sip your coffee. Enjoy your cheeky brew while I just play with red liner tape. There we go. Good stuff. It's got to be, otherwise we wouldn't use it. Right, so I'm going to decide where I want this, and I'm thinking there. So press it down and let that red liner tape do its job. Now, if I wanted to make a slightly, the mini crown we've got makes a lovely, lovely little top for your bauble. But I'm just going to leave mine with the lovely string there. I can get rid of this now. What I am going to do is just come in with my white gel pen and just add some little highlights. Just a couple. Again, I don't want to overcook it, but just a couple. I think that's enough. Maybe just a little bit on her head there. Yeah. And then I want to add some of our Posca splats. So what I'm thinking is my cutout circle, it's not perfect, but I could just do it in quarters, couldn't I? So if I add a few here, just want to add a few and then move it there. And this is how I added the snow on my Christmas one. And again, I'm just being mindful, getting them exactly where I want, and that will just protect the rest of the card. I might just put a little bit under here, just so it looks like that lovely slime. You know what the snails are like, but this is a magical one, so we're okay there. And then just a couple of finishing touches. I've got some lovely glitter. So I've got my stickles. So I'm just going to put some stickles on my mat, and this one's Stardust. And as you know, my stickles can be a bit rude, so I like to just paint mine on. So I'm thinking where I've put that little slime there, we'll paint a little bit on. And this is just an old Wink of Stella, but I just want to paint. I don't want it everywhere, just round here. Just want that nice bit of sparkle. Now again, if you don't like the sparkle, you can leave this off. Just on the lamp. Lovely. We'll give that a wipe. And then just our little final finishing touch, I just want to add, I've got a couple of my craft yarns here, and I don't know about you, but I keep every last little piece. And these I thought would be perfect. So, bippity boppity glue. And I'm just going to add a little. Now, come on. I am near the end of this. And I have got a new one, I've got to be honest, but I don't know about you. I don't like to open it until I definitely need to. And I'm so worried that this is going to come out. Right, come on. Do you know, it's one of those days today, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Don't know if you can see that. Did it on my mat, and of course it came out perfectly. Not to worry. We'll just put our craft yarn in that, pick up the glue and pop it on here. And then give that a wipe. And there we have our lovely birthday version. And as I say, there are so many different inserts. And here we have the Christmas version. So these two came from the set together. So I'm thinking you could make a Christmas card and then a birthday card. But it's just such a lovely way to use our fabulous inserts. And I'll just bring in the inserts to remind you what I use the bauble inserts. So if you've got any spare from creating your baubles, because I don't know about you, I always got more inserts than actual cases for my baubles. I'm thinking you could make tags as well, or you could do a matching card and a gift tag. use the circle cutter, yeah. Or even put these on one of the circular cards. You see, so many things we can do. Anyway, I hope you have fun. Have a look, just see if you've got any of the inserts lying at one side. You know, like we do when we put things away safe and we're going to use them later. I'm sure it's not just me that does that. I really am trying to tidy my craft room and actually craft with the products that I find, such as these inserts. So thanks as always for popping in. If you find some and you create some cards, some gift tags, please tag me in. I'd love to see what you get up to and which inserts you use. So you have fun. Take care. If you make a bauble, or you could make a bauble. Right, we're on it. So you could make a matching bauble card and tag. There you go. Trio. You take care. I'll pop again. See you again tomorrow. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.